actually found at my local Goodwill. So my local Goodwill, well, it's local to me. It's the one I go to the most, so I call it my local Goodwill. Prices CDs at $2.99. Hold up. Did I change the settings? Okay. So the first thing I found, I can't believe I found it with the CD intact. Guys, we found the Beatles. And it has Revolver and Magical Mystery Tour. It's like a twofer. Here's the back, and it is on good old Parlophone. Like every time I've come across the Beatles at the thrift store, they did not have the CD. They did not, well, not any time. Well, I say any times. Most times I've came across the Beatles, they didn't have the CD. But I did manage to one time find Abbey Road, and I found Rubber Soul. But this is cool. Revolver and Magical Mystery Tour. Because I don't have Revolver and Magical Mystery Tour on CD. I have it on vinyl. So yeah, super cool. And then of course, thank you. And then of course, had to pick up this Christmas classic. This is Nat King Cole's The Christmas Song. I played this in the car when we were driving home from Goodwill. My mom loves Christmas music. This is such a nostalgic album. Wow. I don't have a lot of Christmas CDs. And to see this, I just had to get it. Love Nat King Cole. He died so young, though. 45 years old. But regardless, this is a classic. Love the Christmas Song. I love this whole album. Everything he does on here is great. Those were super cool to find. I can't believe I found those. There was a lot of classical music, William, at the thrift store. As a person who's played piano for so long, it was just very interesting how much classical music I found. Now, I did also find a lot of Duke Ellington. I'm not too big on jazz music, to be really honest with you. But yeah, there was a lot of Duke Ellington there. Found some Kenny G. Roy Orbison. Almost picked up the Roy Orbison one. But if I come into more Beatles, I definitely want to pick up more Beatles on CD. Because I swear, a lot of times when I do find Beatles at the thrift store, a lot of times someone has taken out the CD and the CD is not there. A lot of the popular albums, they just take the CDs out and they just leave the jewel case there. Yeah, I found it's Duotone or something. I have a picture of it that I sent to Dusty. It's like I don't remember what the name of the album is, but yeah, it's been sitting at my thrift store for a while now. No one's picked it up. But yeah, I did find some Kenny G. Lots of classical music. I love metal and classical crossover. Two of them used to belong to my cousin. Ooh, Japanese pressing. But yeah, I found so much classical music today at the thrift store. Like somebody had just left a bunch of different classical artists at the thrift store that I found. Now, I love classical music, and I was kind of very tempted. But guess who I found? Of all the classical artists, ding, 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 if you get the answer right. Which classical artist did I find at the thrift store? Which classical artist? I'll give you a clue. Rhymes with Fanny. Rhymes with Fanny. That's right, Debussy. I found Debussy's greatest hits at the thrift store. I took a picture to send it to Dusty. I found a greatest hits. So let me explain a little context. So we were supposed to get out of the house at 5, and my dad's not even ready yet. So my dad was like, "Oh, I'm not ready yet." You know, I said to him, "We'll just go without you." Like by the time my dad gets ready, it's like 8 or 9 o'clock, and a lot of stores are already closed. It's like, dude, we're going. You're not ready by 9. You're not ready by 5 o'clock. Sayonara, we're leaving you home, baby. Because I want to go to Trader Joe's today, and I want to go to Trader Joe's at a decent time. I don't want to go to Trader Joe's when it's like 8 o'clock or when it's like almost 8 o'clock. Because then, you know, I feel like I have to rush myself. And when I go to a market, I want to go at a decent enough time where I don't feel like I got to go rush myself because the market's going to close in 30 minutes or 15 minutes. But anyway, yeah, the Bussy forever, that's right. When I saw that, I had to take a picture of it because I was like, oh, there he is. My dad takes a while to get ready. I often lose patience with him. No wonder I prefer doing things with my support at work. Well, I get that. No, I totally get that. But we did go to Trader Joe's. We went early. We were able to shop at Trader Joe's. And then I went to Goodwill, where I found those CDs. I like to go to things at a normal time. I'm not a person that wants to go to things too late because by the time my dad decides he's going to get out of the house, like a lot of the stores are closed because a lot of stores are only open until like 9 out here. So like I like to go to things at a normal time. It's like ridiculous sometimes. Like when I go to Costco, me and my mom just go to Costco and we leave him home. Because if we would wait for him to go to Costco, we'd be going like 30 minutes before Costco closes. And that's not how I like to go to Costco. Which reminds me, I got to go to Costco this month. I feel like I go to Costco once a month. I want to go and get some of the fish that they have. Their version of fish, of fried fish. I want to get that. It's from the Trident brand. Anyways, we had a nice trip. Me and my mom were in the car, and we were singing Nat King Cole. It was a nice, nice trip. But also, my dad is older, so it takes some time. Once Guys, I have to show you these things. These are so adorable, guys. Look at this. So I got this card for when my nephew turns 1. I saw this card and I had to get it from Trader Joe's. And then I saw this card and I was like, you know what? This card is super cute. Oh my gosh. It says hooray, birthday, and it has sweets on it. This card would be super cute for my niece. But then I was like, this card would also be super cute for my sister. Who's, because my niece's birthday is the 24th of January. And my sister Danny's birthday is February the 5th. Yeah. She's going to be 30. So, you know what? There was like so many CDs that I did pass up at Goodwill. Because believe it or not, last time I went to Goodwill, I had found Beck's Odelay, right? And I was like so pumped that I found it. And guess what? Beck's Odelay did not have the CD in it. So someone just took the CD from Beck and they replaced it with something else. And then I found The Last Waltz by the band. And guess what? When I found The Last Waltz by the band, it had a CD that said Dads. And I'm like, it just said Dads. It didn't even say the band Last Waltz. It was like a CD that someone had burnt and it said Dads. And I'm like, do I want to know what Dad has on there? I almost bought the CD just because of the sheer curiosity of, ooh, am I going to see some more photos? And then I thought to myself, what if Dad has like bad photos on that CD? And it ended up at a Goodwill. I love The Last Waltz too. Like, seriously, I showed you the picture, Dusty. It clearly was like a burnt CD that said Dads. So it's like, what could be on there? I almost wanted to buy it because I was like, you remember the last time, guys, when I had bought the Bruce Hornsby The Way It Is CD and ended up with Amanda's prom photos? I was thinking I was going to end up with more prom photos. Hey, Dusty. Hey, AZ Myth. November 25th is 50 years since the concert. 50 years. Crazy, right? 50 years. I mean, that is a really good concert. I've been trying to find that CD used. I mean, theoretically, I could buy the CD new, but it's like the hunt of finding it used is really nice. Welcome, everybody. So for those of you just tuning in, I found the Beatles, and we found a Nat King Cole. And you know what's really cool? This is a twofer, guys. You've got Magical Mystery Tour on here, and you've got Revolver. And look, it says here, use $14.99. That's what they priced it at. $14.99, and I got it for $3. I got it for $3, and I mean, come on. The Polyphone label. That's cool. Like, when I find the Beatles, usually this is how I find the Beatles. With no CD inside. I open it, and I was like, oh, no CD. But, yeah, I know, it's awesome. It is awesome. Like, my mom's favorite Beatles song of all time is My Michelle. But yeah, this is super cool. I'm trying to build up my Beatles CD collection, slowly but surely. Thank you. My grandmother from my dad's adopted family loved Nat King Cole and all those crooners. Yeah, the Nat King Cole, I got it because my mom likes Christmas music as well as me. And we were playing this in the car and she really enjoyed it. This is like a really fun listen. I want to get Frank Sinatra's Have a Jolly Christmas CD. And then I want to also get Bing Crosby's Christmas album on CD. I have it on vinyl. And then I want to get, I'm thinking what else I want to get Christmas-wise. Some Burl Ives. In fact, there is like a Burl Ives 7-inch that I need to find and get. Because I think they had a sale. They had a sale at UDiscover. Was it UDiscover or Sound of Vinyl? Or was it Universal Music? Well, one of them had a sale. And I bought like a couple of Christmas 45s. I bought the Beach Boys, Little Saint Nick, and I bought Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra. I bought them like not last year. I bought them the year before that, in 2024. 9:27 p.m. Central. Yes, it is. My favorite Beatles songs are Hey Jude and Let It Be. My favorite Beatles song at the moment right now is Something, a George Harrison song. But yeah, I know there's like a Burl Ives Holly Jolly Christmas 7-inch that is about maybe like 15, 16 bucks. And they have it on the UDiscover website. I was going to buy it when they had the sale. But, of course, I forgot about it. And now I'm like, oh, I should go get it. Yeah. I mean, it's really fun. It's really fun. I need to do, like, a Christmas stream one day. Even though it's not Christmas anymore. It'd be fun. Let It Be is a good song. Hey Jude, classic. I think anybody who's not like a super huge fan, William, of the Beatles, they know Hey Jude. Hey Jude is one of those songs that I think not everybody, but a lot of people across the board, they know Hey Jude. Even the casual Beatles fan know Hey Jude. I have the Capital Years My Way and the Central Frank Sinatra and the Columbia Years. I have Strangers in the Night. I have the Swinging Sinatra, a Christmas like 78. I have like a greatest hits, I think, of Sinatra. A couple greatest hits of Sinatra that I really like. I have a Sinatra and His Man or something. I have a lot of Sinatra on vinyl. I don't know if I have any Sinatra on CD. I don't think so. I'm trying to think of what I found. I think it was Bobby Darin. It might have been Bobby Darin, the CD that I found at Goodwill one time. Because I had found some like crooner classics. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Bobby Darin. Bobby Darin is another one of those crooners that came out around the same time as Sinatra. Bobby Darin, Sinatra, Perry Como, Nat King Cole. Who else? Who else is a crooner? There's a lot. Oh, there's a lot of people. Do a Christmas in July stream. That would be cool. I don't have a lot of Christmas albums, but I need to get more. Hey, James. But you know what, William? I need to get like way more Frank Sinatra in my CD collection. Like, I want to get like the greatest hits. There's a greatest hits vinyl. I want to kind of get that. I think that'd be really cool to have. I do want to get his Holly Jolly Christmas album. I love Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra is just one of those artists that I think I would just say that he is my favorite crooner. Of all the crooners, I love Frank the most. But, you know, I've listened to them all. Perry Como, Dean Martin, Nat King Cole, Joey Bishop. Joey Bishop was part of a Rat Pack. It was, who was it? It was like Frank, Joey Bishop, Sammy Davis, and I think there was someone else. And it's escaping my mind. I would love to get In the Wee Small Hours. I have that. You know, I think I have In the Wee Small Hours, and I have September of My Years. Just reminded me I have September of My Years. I found both of those at a thrift store. I do want to get the album that the VC kind of is like, what the fuck was Frank Sinatra thinking? It was like his What the Fuck album. And that is actually Watertown. That's the album that he made where people were like, okay, where's Frank going with the album? Like, what's Frank doing? Let me move this. You know, every artist has a what the fuck album. Like, they're trying to actually stray from what they normally do. And I think, Frank was trying to move on from the whole crooner thing. I think the album came out, I want to say the album came out in the late 60s, maybe early 70s. It was Frank trying to be a little different. You can always find Lisa's the Bussy in the thrift shop. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good joke. I'll give you that one. My dad often jokes about Perry Como because he's also thrift store staple. I have not found Perry Como at our thrift store. Maybe my thrift store is just not having people, have a lot of Perry Como. I have found, you'll be surprised, I have found a lot of Wynton Marsalis. There's a lot of Wynton Marsalis that I found at the thrift store. And today, I found a lot of Duke Ellington, which that was very interesting. I thought his What the Fuck album was supposed to be considered trilogy, past, future, and past, present, and future. Yeah. Watertown, I need to get Watertown. I don't care what people say. They can call it his What the Fuck album, but I want to get it. And I heard it. I listened to the album in its entirety one time, just for a stream, that I didn't even save. It was me listening to Watertown in its entirety. Of course, I had my headphones on when I played it. And to tell you the truth, I did enjoy Watertown. I think some of the VC is just too, they are just too over the top. They expect, Frank Sinatra to do crooner music for the rest of his life. Granted, the crooner music is what got Frank Sinatra in the music world. Also, Frank Sinatra is an actor as well. I think before music, Frank Sinatra was doing acting. And Frank Sinatra still did movies when he was singing. In fact, there was a movie I watched a while back, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was with Frank Sinatra. He lived in his apartment, and he, meets the girl. Typical, girl meets guy at apartment. Yeah. Similar to Bob Dylan with Self-Portrait, release. Yeah, every artist, Bob Dylan's a great example. Every artist goes through some kind of a phase where they make a what the fuck album. And I feel like Self-Portrait is Bob Dylan trying to prove that, hey, I can do more than just the, singer-songwriter folk music. Now, I'm not the biggest Dylan fan, so I don't know everything there is to know about Dylan, but I do like, Highway 61 Revisit, I think that's what it's called. John Wesley Harding. I do like the early Dylan stuff. I do like it. I just think that, when it comes to Dylan, even Dylan sometimes probably wants to test the water, what he can do. My grandfather despised Bob music, but my grandmother despised Bob music, but hey hoops, and she would love the covers of Let It Be, Banish His Living Tongue. They were his crooner period in the 1969 to 1970. I have an album, which is the most random album I have. It is Neil Sedaka. And on this Neil Sedaka album, it's like Neil Sedaka live in Australia. And he does a Beatles song on there. Now, you're probably thinking why I bought the album. It's because some random person who works at Amoeba said it was his favorite album of Neil Sedaka. So when a guy from Amoeba who works at Amoeba puts his stamp on it and says, oh, it said like this was, I forgot whose pick it was. I should have kept the sticker on there. But he put his name on there, and I was like, oh, I got to buy this because some guy that works at Amoeba says he loves this album. And he goes, yeah, it's a very good album. So I bought it. I played it once. It's not bad. But, yeah, I have a Neil Sedaka live in Australia album. The most random album in my collection, I think. Because, I don't own anything else of Neil Sedaka's. But that album, when I saw the name and I saw that some guy at Amoeba who works there put a little sticker. Because they were doing that for a bit at Amoeba. Like the people who worked at Amoeba were putting stickers on albums saying it was their pick, their favorite album. My mom loves Neil Sedaka. And I was forced to sing one last song together with the rest of my classmates at my graduation. Man, I've sang so many songs in choir. When our school graduated, high school, I think Green Day's Tommy Your Life was playing. Yeah. Because, that seemed like such a fitting song, but, I've sang You'll Be in My Heart from Phil Collins. I've sang Beauty and the Beast, Tale as Old as Time. I've sang My Guy, California Dreaming, some Irish hymn. I've sang so many songs. I've sang so many songs in choir. My choir teacher sadly did pass away. And she passed away from cancer, but we sang a lot of the classics. You had to sing Neil Sedaka for your song for a graduation. Ooh. Yeah, Neil Sedaka. I only own that one album. I don't think I'm going to own anything else from Neil Sedaka, to be really honest with you. I've kept that album all these years because I bought that album back in 2017, 2018. I just bought it because, hey, who doesn't want an album that some guy who works at Amoeba highly regards as one of his favorites? But yeah, I paid $2 for it. I think if you pay too much for Neil Sedaka, Neil Sedaka is one of those artists. I would not pay $5. I would not pay 10. I would not even pay 20 or $30 for a Neil Sedaka album. But $2, $1, 50 cents. Hell, I'll pay that for Neil Sedaka. I always thought the Last Waltz refrain would have been more appropriate, especially the Last Waltz was through that, but they don't mean that the party's over. I mean, that would have been great, but I think your school was probably thinking about what everybody would know. Like when we graduated high school, our song was Time of Your Life by Green Day. And, well, a lot of the younger people knew Green Day, but the older people, I don't know if they knew Green Day. Like, the older people. But, when my sister graduated high school in 2005, my sister Angela, they played For Good from Wicked. And then when Danielle graduated high school, I forgot what they played. Also, that Vitamin C song, they played that at our graduation too. As we go on, we remember. I forgot what we played when I graduated 8th grade. Because I had thought Green Day was playing my 8th grade graduation, to find out that Green Day's Time of Your Life came out after I graduated 8th grade. It came out like in the 2000s. So Bob Weir. We lost Bob Weir. That's crazy. You know, I'm not the biggest Grateful Dead fan. I'll be really super honest with you. I only own one Grateful Dead album, and that is Workman's Dead. That's the only Grateful Dead album I own. I never really, went down the whole Grateful Dead rabbit hole, because I know how very dedicated Grateful Dead fans are. And I know that Grateful Dead fans love the heck out of Grateful Dead. They know like specific dates of when Grateful Dead perform. Well, they have performances of theirs at the specific date they perform. Charlie Launder is a very big Grateful Dead fan. Charlie knows his Grateful Dead. So I'm thinking of Charlie today, because I know Charlie was seeing Bob. He loved seeing Bob Weir. The Deadheads. The Deadheads are, mourning. Of course, I'm sad about his death, but, I'm not, like, crying about it. I do love the closing of Winterland. It was the same venue as the last fall. Love to get the closing of Winterland. It was the same venue as the last fall's concert. What time is it? Okay, we'll do the stream for another 15 minutes. As we go on, we remember all the times we sit together. Now that's stuck in my head. Honestly. This chair is so high that when I go and put my feet down, my feet does not touch the ground. I need to put these cards. in a place where they can't get ruined. That's so cute. Have loads of fun on your birthday. There's like 5 of you watching right now, which I appreciate. I've been making a lot of shorts on Sora, so I will be sharing more of them on here, because I've been having fun making them, and I made some pretty funny ones. Like, I've done ones of getting roasted at the comedy club, which was pretty funny. Let me get a little more water. One second, guys. Hey guys, I gotta cut the stream short. But oh my gosh, I had no sound, Hoops Group. But we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you for being here, Hoobs, William, Dusty, love you, AZ Mick, Paulina, everybody, love you all. Rudy, thank you for the time updates. I will probably do a stream next week, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. We'll leave it to the weekend. But have a good week, guys. I will be making more shorts for the YouTube channel. Bye, guys. And thank you, AZ Mick, for always supporting my channel. You're such a cool dude.